question of what it may mean for all of us not simply to exist, but to thrive within a digital world, to live deep, in Thoreau's phrase, and to make the most of the unfolding possibilities of our times. Exploring these possibilities is like exploring a new city or continent. We are entering a place where human nature remains the same, but the structures shaping it are alien. Today's digital world is not simply an idea or a set of tools, any more than a modern digital device is simply something switched on for leisure or pleasure. Rather, for an ever-increasing number of people, it's a gateway to the place where leisure and labour alike are rooted. An arena within which we seamlessly juggle friendships, media, business, shopping, research, politics, play, finance, and much else besides. When it comes to the question of thriving, my aim is to trace two interwoven stories. First, how we as individuals can thrive in the digital world, and second, how society can help us both to realise our potential in this world and to relate to others in as fully human a way as possible. These stories both begin in the same place, with the history of digital machines. I then go on to explore one of the most central questions of the present state of technology, what it means to be able to say no as well as yes to the tools in our lives, and to make the best of ourselves both by using technology and by deliberately carving out time for not using it. I'll also talk about those challenges that almost all of us, whether we know it or not, grapple with every day. Issues of personal identity, privacy, communication, attention, and the regulation of all the above. If there is a common thread here, it's the question of how individual experience fits into the new kind of collective life of the 21st century. How what I am relates to what others know of me, what I share with those others, and what can remain personal and private. The second half of this book examines the cultural and political structures encompassing these interests, and what the contracts of decent digital citizenship might look like. Finally, I'll return to that most central of questions, what it means to live well in an age that holds unparalleled opportunities both for narcissism and for connection to others. The nature of digital technology is as protean as our own and can play many parts in our lives. Facilitator, library, friend, seducer, comfort, prison. Ultimately, though, all of its shifting screens are also mirrors in which we have the opportunity to see ourselves and each other as never before. Or, of course, we can look away. 1. From past to present. 1. The brief story of human interactions with digital technologies has been one of steadily increasing intimacy, of the integration within half a century of a startlingly new kind of tool into the heart of billions of lives. The first electronic digital computers, developed in the 1940s, were vast and dauntingly complex machines, devised and operated by some of the world's finest minds. Pioneers like Alan Turing, whose theoretical and practical work helped the British to decode encrypted German messages during the Second World War. The next generation of computers, mainframes, arose in the late 1950s. Existing largely within academic and military institutions, mainframes still occupied entire rooms and were also the province of specialists, their inputs taking the form of highly abstracted commands, their outputs meaningless to anyone not versed in computer science. All this began to change in the 1970s with the rise of the microprocessor and the arrival of the first computers in ordinary homes rather than laboratories. Thomas Watson, the president of IBM, is famously reported to have said in 1943, "I think there is a world market for maybe 5 computers." Whether he made this claim or not, no less an authority than Wikipedia declares there's scant evidence that he did. When the world's first personal computer was released as a kit in 1971, nobody expected the domestic market for such machines to run far beyond a few thousand enthusiasts. Computing, however, proved an attraction far beyond anything the most ambitious